Testing. For some reason, my device on Apollo Juicefish. Anyway, for some reason, my device on Streamlabs was being like, it says like a spam of numbers for my input, but I think the mic is working. You can confirm or deny. Um, I'm a little quiet. Okay. I can also like just adjust levels in general. Um, but it should be like coming through. Hello. Yeah, I think that's the right input. Um, Sorry if I spooked you by talking directly into your ears. Um, we're gonna open the file now. And we're gonna see what's happening with you. What's happening with this? Open. Oh, is it gonna? I don't know when it'll start making noise. Um, it's just not gonna make noise. Okay. Well, we'll test it once we actually get into the game. I hope everyone's doing well tonight upon this evening. Um, it's been a weird one for me. Oh, God, this chair is extremely squeaky. That's cool. But yeah. Oh, it is, okay, it's capturing, yay! Everything is working. I can't hear the chair, that's great. Good news. Alright, I'm gonna start recording now. Hello, freaks, losers, gamers, foes, and all of the above. Welcome back to Apollo Justice. Chat should be working still because it is in a box that is like in a weird... No, are you... It's down here. It was hidden. Is that even like visible? Why is it so small? Oh my god, it's like it's squashed. What is that ratio? What is that aspect ratio? What's happening here? Why is it built like that? That's better. We we put it over here. What happened? Oh god, I love I love it. I love it. I don't know why it like I guess you probably can't tell. Um but like the um the box for the chat goes all the way over to the edge of my like shoulder on my little icon. Um but like the text does not. Oh, it does. Okay. That's cool. Well, just don't type anything really long, I guess. I don't know why. I don't know what the formatting is on this. I guess I can move this over here. I literally started recording and immediately started messing around with stuff. Um, yeah, okay, that's not the best formatting. It's not the best formatting ever, but we'll deal with it for now and I'll just fix it later. Anyway, freaks, losers, gamers, and whatever I said before. We're back in the video game that I love with my entire heart. Actually, it's like quickly becoming one of my favorite games of all time, which is a fun moment. Um, and yeah, I said foes in there at some point. Um, quickly becoming one of my games of all time. Um, it's still Danganronpa, I think, is very good, but honestly, with the problems that series has, unsure. Um, will not confirm or deny my actual opinions at this point in time. We're gonna play the video game, and I'm gonna do badly at it, and we're all gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, and it'll be a great time. All right. So I fully don't remember. Ah, that is loud in my ears. I don't know how loud that was for you. And I don't know what we were doing last. Oh, we did figure out that this is an interesting point on the car. Right. I can't hear game audio. What the fuck? Oh, because I had it muted. Um, you'll probably be able to hear it now. That was probably my fault. Um, yeah, last stream we figured out that the rear view mirror that was in the trash was part of this car. And there's some really uncomfortable things happening with Trucy Wright, who is 15. Anyway, this car belongs to someone at the Maractus Clinic, and it hit Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright sprained his ankle, and the car lost a side view mirror. You could hear that, right? Yay! Okay. This car versus Mr. Wright, not quite the match of the century. That's all we get? Okay. I guess we'll just, like, do something else now. Ah. Immediately, the music. I don't know what to say, and I don't remember what we were doing. What happens if I tell him about this? Oh, I was doing a New Yorker accent, and now my brain is not in accent mode. Sorry, sonny boy. That's not anything at all. It's a me, Mario. That's Italian. I don't know why I just said that. Sorry, sonny boy. My interest is in my stand and my interest is for. Sorry, sonny boy. My interest is for my stand and precious little else. Get cracking on that case. Find my stand, I'm begging ya. Alright, I think we're gonna have to present that to Mr. Wright. So we're just gonna head back to... I was hoping we could go to the hospital. Maybe we have to go here first. Yeah, we do. Ooh, okay. Yo, how goes it? Dad, how do you feel? Not bad, Trucy, not bad. It's good to have you youngins on the case. Let old Daddy-O get some well-deserved R&R. The elderly need their rest. Isn't he only 33? Jesus, this is, wait for this game to call everyone old. Like, any 33-year-olds out there watching my content? Probably not, but whatever. We cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent, capable. Tell me what you found out, if you want to. Dunked on. Absolutely. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. This music is so banging. Oh, we can just... Well, I guess we'll go through the talking first. Well, I certainly didn't expect you back this early. It's been several days in real life, Phoenix, so I'm not sure if you're, like, still proud of me, but I appreciate it. Polly's amazing! Just straight away, huh? Okay. He found my panties so quick. Almost like he was the one... Stop it! Stop it! Almost like he was the one who stole them. You have an interesting concept of praise. And? Did you find the mad driver who gave me that 30-foot toss? Apparently, it was a doctor from the Maractus Clinic. Huh. Maractus, eh? I've heard of him. Nothing good, mind you. That reminds me, a police car was parked outside the clinic. Maybe something happened? What is this Maractus Clinic anyway? Okay. All I've heard are the rumors. That clinic's been making good money in a bad way. I'm trying to adjust the audio levels. And... because it like looks loud to me, but I don't know if it is actually loud. Your Phoenix voice sounds like he's on the edge of snapping and it sounds great. I am really trying to do like something that is kind of distinctive. So I just was like, well, he's a dad. His voice is probably lower than mine is. So I've just made it a little bit lower than my normal speaking voice. Okay, well, here's good. I get really paranoid about that because I was trying to like test my last stream and the music was super quiet. So I don't even know anymore. I'm just a silly little guy trying to figure things out as I go. That clinic's been making good money in a bad way. Bad? Ties to organized crime. The Kentucky family? Wasn't it Kentucky that... I know it was Kentucky that we met last time, but like, is that what he means? The Kentucky family? He did that on purpose. It's a little quiet across the board, but with flames. Okay. I can make it a little louder then. The only thing I know is that it was like, when I started, it was like, the tip is to put, to have your mic, like, the peaking in the yellow. So I kind of set it where, like, every once in a while I go in the little yellow zone on the thing. But then sometimes I lean back from the mic and I sit too far forward and then I second guess myself. It's not important. Anyway, some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see? They use the Maractus Clinic for their patch-up jobs. Interesting. Yeah. So are they, like, in the mafia, or what's happening? It looked like something had happened in that park. Ah, a body was found there in unusual circumstances. Something more unusual than being dead? I mean, I assume he means murder happened. It's not our concern in any case. Right, let's ignore that and find that noodle stand. Whatever happened to professional curiosity? Whatever happened to I'm a lawyer and that's my job? Well, kind of. Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to this Maractus place. Maybe hit him up for some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid? We solved the case of your accident and, found a missing article of clothing. My panties! That leaves the noodle stand. Eh? Feel free to drop in if you get stuck. I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo. Hello, pro bono. Sigh. Right! Back to the office to plan our next move. You little manipulative man. That was the wrong button. I want to show him this. I guess we can also present the other thing. So this was the thing that led you to the car. Yes, sir. The mirror you knocked off was just the clue we needed. Good work, Apollo. Of course, you might say, I was the one who made solving that case possible. You're also the one who made the case happen. You don't get points for knocking off a car mirror. Jugular. I don't know what your jugular is. I think it was definitely a different sprite that you were talking about. But I missed it, and I also don't know what a jugular is. Throat bits. Like the Adam's apple? Is that the same? Ah, okay. Fair enough. We'll just see what he has to say about this. Look, my panties! They came home to Mama. A weird thing to say, but okay. I am the one initiating this, but thanks, Apollo. I was worried about them, too. Trucy special ordered those. A startling display of parental concern. I mean, Dad, I'd hate to have to buy a new pair. Make that a not-so-startling display of cheapskatedness. Great. Alright. I mean, you're probably right about the jugular. I'm just unobservant. Oh, it's her! I know her. You're the... This music was like a startling change. You're the woman from the Kitaki place. Yes? I knew it! Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tiala. Okay. I do want to point out, I don't know if I did this last time, but she's got like a 4-leaf clover on her chest, and I wonder if it has something to do with luck. If she's got like because there's also the wings. I don't quite know. I'm just trying to like guess what her outfit could be. Whatever. The word for it is representing, symbolizing. I have a request. Okay. Tell us your request. Your request. Let me guess. Something's been stolen? Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought... What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me? I'm so excited! A real job! Maybe you can tell us what happened? Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand? Or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him. Fiancé? What happened to him, then? He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Oh my god, another murder case for the defense attorney. Who could have guessed? Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park? I want to know. What happened? I haven't been told all the details. But I do know a body was found in the park, near the Kitaki mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently the victim was shot with a pistol. But I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. Yeah, no one ever dies in Ace Attorney. It's impossible. Maybe we'll just move you over for now. We'll just put you over here for a little bit. And then we can... It'll be fine. It's fine. Okay, the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. And your fiancé was arrested? And your fiancé was arrested for this? What sort of person is your fiancé? Okay. So, what's your story? You frequent the Kitaki Mansion, yes? Are you a member of their, organization? No,
Not yet.
Not yet? Oh.
You see, I'm about to be married next month to the boss's son.
The boss's son? So he's a gangster? I am a good child. I do not deal with gangsters. I can't do that. Meanwhile, two ends of the spectrum. I can't deal with gangsters. Love crime. Let's go crime. Crime, crime, crime. Gangsters are pog. Hell yeah. Gangsters are pog is a sentence I never said out loud before.
Yes, but the Kitakis are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, live the good gangster life.
I think you're onto something. Trucy, no, you're 15.
Miss Kitaki, I like the sound of that.
I'm not sure your dad would care much for that. Alright, tell us about him. Your fiance is the Kitaki family's only son, correct? His name's Waki Kitaki. I brought a photo. So glad his name is Waki Kitaki. Trucy is gonna join a gang and become a goon, and I'm happy for her. Absolutely. Why is the formatting bad? Oh, it's so annoying. Width. We're gonna make the width like 500. Is that better? Big letters go burr and cover my photo. Exactly. I'm so mad about it. I could just... Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. That makes so much more sense. I don't know why I kind of like left this little dude in the corner for so long. I don't exist anymore. It's not important. I might end up putting a webcam actually, but I haven't done that yet. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'll be a I don't exist. It's fine. I'm just a voice now behind the screen. I didn't delete it. I can like bring it back. I just won't have to deal with it for now. Anyway, his name's Waki Kitaki. I brought a photo. Aw, that's really cute actually. Oh, that's the blue badger from the police station in the first game. Well, that's quite the photo. What a gross man. Rude. He's smiling. Look at how he is smiling right now. He's just a kind little dude. My sibling is sending me TikToks as we speak. I know. Oh, he can be powerful and menacing, but so cute. I was doing the Trucy voice accidentally. I don't know if you can tell. But if he's the boss's only son... Yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm the boss already, of this agency. Please help my Waki, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. I mean, technically we do. Do we ever use them? Not really. Thank you for actually following the rules, unlike a lot of other people. Anyway. You would think I would be getting warm because I have a fan off, but no, it's like kind of cold in my room. So we're getting a little blanket to put over my legs. Just telling you about how I'm doing. It's totally out of right.
Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime. Nice, blanket buddies. Let's go, gamers. Alright. I don't know if there's anything else to do. Oh, I forgot to show that to Phoenix. I do want to do that. What do you have to say about this? I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry. Fair enough. No, it's me who's sorry, really sorry. Okay. Actually, what happens if I show... I'm gonna show Phoenix the letter of request. Hello, Phoenix. I've come to show you something. Mr. Wright, you... dude. Huh? Where's Mr. Wright? Maybe he's getting an examination again? How many does he need? Wasn't it just a sprain? Too bad, Polly. You wanted to show off your request to Dad, didn't you? Well, you caught me. What? Me? No. Wait. What? Me? No. Oh, that's a surprise. Let's just come back later, shall we? I just realized I messed up the recording of that line because I was shaking ice from my ducky peppy. Oh well. No good lines in this. No good voice recording in this show. Impossible. Ooh, we get to meet Waki. Slay. Detention center, visitors room. The guard is aged. The guard looks different. He's like older. Oh my god. Continuity? In my Ace Attorney? Polly, you look happy as a clam in its shell. For a lawyer, this is it. This is the place where the battle begins. You need something? No, he's not going to be guilty. He's gonna be innocent, and I'm gonna do a good job. Shut up. I'm a good lawyer. Ah, yes, we're attorneys. I was hoping we could see Mr. Waki-Kitaki. Sorry, he's in questioning right now. Could take a while. No crime in my Ace Attorney. Get it out of here. Drat. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back later then. So much for that battle. Move. I guess we have to check out the scene of the crime, like we were told to do. That's so lame. Oh! I promise not to scream again. No loitering! Don't do it! Stop it! Old woman trying to climb the fence still. She's still at it. And we get to see Emma Skye again, and I get to be very excited, and I promise not to peek the mic. So this is it. My first murder crime scene. Ah, it's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing! We're, investigating? Aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of... Huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Did I not look at the request letter? Oh no! Miss Tiala must have used the Kitaki stationery. Excuse me, coming through. I know him. That's... Oh! Okay, I know this guy. I did not look at it. Well, I get... Wait, we can look at it now. He can just stay on screen while I look at this. Oops. You just wait a second. Just wait. Just wait a second. Oh, it does say that on it. Cool. Why does this envelope say hit request? It's a bit of lingo, like calling a hit or hitman. Oh, you mean gangster talk? So does hit mean to defend in gangsterese? Well, hitman?
Certainly hope not. Something tells me she just used the wrong envelope. Anyway. I'm just gonna, like, drag this out as long as possible to just, like, be annoying on purpose. Fine. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this guy? I must say I'm used to being I forgot how to speak for a second. I must say, I'm used to being... I must say, I'm used to being protected.
Fucking words are not doing anything.
Tracy needs to be protected and neither Apollo or her dad are even trying. It's true. Apollo has just been saddled with a 15-year-old and it does not care. Do you want to say it? Do you want to try say it? You can say it in the chat. You can go for it. Or you can, like, record yourself saying it and send it to me and then I'll play it on the stream if that's what you meant. He said the line! Look at that! He said the words that I was trying to say on the screen. He's doing it. Look! Look! Look at this. Guys, look. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I was trying to make it bigger, but then it faded. I was gonna make it really big and put it across the screen. Can you say it again? Thank you. Oh, it's like under the other layers. He said the line, guys. He said the same line that was on the screen. Oops. Well. This is going so well. Don't even worry about it. I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. But this is the first time I've felt this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? I didn't know we were waiting for, like, the gayest possible line. What the hell? Oh, right, because they're... Oh, I forgot he's, like, German. Ah, Fraulein. What the... that's bad. That's really bad. Fraulein, what is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Yes. The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted, standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? Don't... stay away from her. By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Very well. This way, Fraulein. Whee! You just stole a child in front of my eyes. She just left. It's going so well. This court case is going so well for me and for Apollo both. We're both having a great time and nothing is going wrong. Hey, what about me? Alright, People Park. That's the Eldoon stand. Why is it here? On that note, enjoy your investigation. Thank you. Will we see you again? Ask the wind, Fraulein. I'll be riding on it. What the fuck is up with this little guy? Who is that? Eek! Apollo! Look! A corpse! What? Hey, it's just a mannequin. Wow, it sure got me. Might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? It's Emma Sky. She's back. Oh my god. Noodle stand and crimes.
I'm so overwhelmed because like I got introduced to I guess you're not supposed to know his name. The other Gavin. The very flirty Gavin. And I immediately remembered, oh yeah, he has like little bits of German in his speech and he's supposed to probably have a German accent, and I can't do a German accent without making it sound like extremely like yeah. And then I also made the other Gavin British. So British German, and I just can't. So I'm just doing, and now Emma's back and I don't even remember. I need a voice for her, but I think I'm just gonna do like a girl voice. We're just putting girl voice back on the table, despite me being something like a girl. Anyway, so my normal voice should be the girl voice, but you get what I'm trying to say. Streaming is so difficult, and I'm like oppressed. Gamers are the most oppressed group. What was I talking about? Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here? Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Him again. That glimmerous fop, always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me, we have a letter of request. She sounded like your voice for the Ace Attorney character, Emma. I think that's what it's supposed to be. I think that's what I was going for. This one should then I guess it's still question marks. She does kind of sound like her voice kind of sounds like Emma Skye. That's kind of weird. Anyway, one moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? Fade to black. She hits us over the head with the magnifying glass. There's now more bodies. I'd recognize that handwriting. I'd recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says that this was written by Alita Tiala. Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that out? We just been standing here for half an hour? There's a noodle stand in the background I want to investigate, please. Oh my god. So, what's up with the mannequin there? He's taking the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. Oh. The body was pulling the stand? So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Scott. I'm in charge of this crime scene. She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. Oh, should I be making her more depressed? I can make her a little more depressed. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. She's like got this cutesy little smile on her face and they're like, she doesn't sound happy about anything. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case. Hey, there's a noodle stand behind you. Can I look at that, please? Hey there! No messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Apollo! Look! That stand! The one that I've been pointing at for like 5 minutes now. It says Eldoon. I've noticed. Well, we've solved the case of the missing stand at least. The circumstances could stand to be better. Okay. Now I'll properly talk to you, now that I've solved the mystery. Detective Skye? Quiet, please. It's snack time. Cool sound effects. Eldoon is noodle backwards? That's crazy. I definitely said that in the last stream, but yeah. That I never, wow. Anyway. Oh, there's more. There's more sound effects, guys. She munchin'. We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years, and they won't give me the position I requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? An ex-defense attorney? I'm assuming she means Phoenix, probably. Detective Sky? Quiet, please. It's snack time. We have to be quiet for snack time. Okay. We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. Oh, this is the exact... I love that it, like, shows it as checked off and it's loud? Is the munch too loud? Should I become quiet? Oh, I can't believe you would be loud during snack time. That's so rude. Goodbye for laundry. Okay. Hey there, no messing with the crime scene. But we need to investigate. Investigations are to be carried out by professionals scientifically. She's not gonna let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Paula! My very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice. Better check what we came here to find, at least. I don't get it. What is suspicious? Oh, okay, that's just the clicking on the stand again. This whole thing is a nightmare. No, it's not gonna let me leave yet. Oh, I no longer have that. We better check out what we came here to find at least. I guess I can go tell Aldun that we found his stand. Alright. Oh, that was probably what it was pointing to, was we should check out what we came here to find is the noodle stand, and then we should go tell Aldun. Okay. Oh, Mr. Aldun! Hello! Looks like you left. Why is everyone leaving when I need them? And we found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl? Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry. Oh, what a bummer. What? Oh my god. Is there anything we can do? Because Emma's being annoying. Is he gonna be back? Yay! Ah, you're back. Ran into some problems. Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something? Who, me? No, I'm fine. Really? What's this? So there is a problem. No problem. Actually, I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me! Obviously. Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it. He's being mean to me.
I wanted to see what he says about this. It's actually a relief to be so thoroughly ignored. Okay. Guess he's got nothing to say. Hold on, I need to take a screenshot of this. This is really funny. Anyway, guys, we need to talk about murder. So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Pringles. All I have is a Dr. Peppy, unfortunately. I do love a good Dr. Pepper, but no Pringles. It's related to the murder in People Park, actually. Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime. Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. Did you see? Okay, you might have not gotten back by the time, but I need to show you a very funny image. Hold on. This is so important to me that you see this immediately. Where is it? Uh-oh. It's not working. Gamers, it's not working. Oh, don't look at my files, shit. Oh, nice. Hearing everything and seeing nothing. Sounds like me on a regular day. Look at this picture I took. Look at this really good picture. This is so important. Once you see this picture, we can get back to everything. Okay. The murder screenshot is complete. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. This is so coherent and normal, and I act so normal every time that I stream. A video of this is gonna go on the internet, on my VODs channel, where everyone can see it for as long as I leave it online. That's really cool. That my stupidity is always, not always, but this stupidity specifically, it's sure existing on the internet. I'm gonna run to the restroom and take a moment to have my brain not do the streaming thing, and maybe I'll come back and be a little bit more normal and like understandable. I'm gonna just leave the music going, and we're gonna hope that Mr. Phoenix Wright himself does not sue me for that. Okay, I'll be right back.
I should have like gone while you were not here, but I just I forgot. I forgot.
Hello, I'm back. I hope I didn't spook you by coming out of the void unannounced, but I did see what you said in chat, and the idea of like Phoenix and Miles going against each other, but like in just a normal ass case about copyright is so funny. Like, if I ever get sued, Edgeworth can prosecute me any day. Like, just to see that happen. Anyway. Hello? Oh, hi. Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think the murder weapon was something else. Right. So, just to recap for my own brain. There are so many things happening in this case, but the main one that we've just stumbled across is there was a murder, and the body was leaned up against the stolen noodle cart in the middle of the plaza. And also Nate TSO, who I think I might know in... Yeah, that's your... Hello. Thank you for the follow. I know you. I'm playing Apollo Justice. I think the murder weapon was something else. Oh yeah, totally. Never seen the word Nate and then 3 letters after it that are those letters. Nate meet Doodle. I know both of you from separate things. But you are both very cool people. Introduce yourselves in the chat, please. Thank you. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was? That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway? A lab coat? Huh. Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? Yeah, I mean, we know he knows her because of past Ace Attorney games, but yeah. You could say that. Alright, Sky Connection. So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. That's 10... Okay, so... I guess that makes sense that the first game, the 5th case, was... You can't say you love crime. We are defense attorneys. We do not... We defend people who are innocent, and crime does not... We are not crime. Stop. Anyway, I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me. That's my dad. He knows all the police types. Oh wait, maybe you know the other guy too. The other guy? The shining prince on the motorcycle. Prince? Apollo, tell me about this prince of Trucy's. Indulge a concerned father. He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin. Oh, Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His brother? We're acquaintances after a fashion. Clavier Gavin, rock and roll god incarnate. Clavier, what a lovely name. He's so dreamy. I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. What was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again?
Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Okay. Yeah, I have experience with the later games because I look at fan art all the time. Um, but I guess I should probably give you a recap. This is 7 years after the third game. Phoenix is not an attorney anymore. He's not allowed to be attorney man because I don't think we know. He is a dad now. He's a dad of the little child girl Trucy. Trucy is a magician and Phoenix is a DILF. Anyway. um and we are Apollo, and this case has so much happening in it. And Trucy's underwear got stolen. So that was a really fun and not at all awkward plot point because Trucy is 15 years old. And that's totally a normal plot to have. Anyway, the accused is Waki Kitaki, who is part of the Kitaki Mafia crime family. Yes, totally normal. Never not weird at all. Japan. Usually great. But sometimes not. But I guess you could probably say that about anything. Anyway, and Emma Sky is back from the 5th case in the first game, and she's now grown up and not letting us do anything at the crime scene and eating a lot of snacks. So there's, yeah. I think that's about everything. Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park? Yeah, that detective woman won't let us. Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her. It'll be fine, you'll see. Phoenix, you could be less vague. You could be less vague at any point. Like, you could just be, like, so normal, and yet you choose to be vague on purpose. Oh, and tell her I said hi. Alright. I guess we do that. Because nothing else worked so far. It was here. He's fine. He's fine. He's not... Everything's fine. He's not doing anything illegal. So this must be the silk top hat Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Whoa! You know what this is, Trucy? Usually great is the best I can say about most things. I'm usually great. I have my moments, though. I remember finding some in Dad's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me. This is getting more and more suspicious. White powder placed gingerly into pocket. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is. And if it is not good, she will arrest us for it. And that'll be a fun experience for the whole family. Anyway, let's examine. The bottle has a label on it. Can we read the label? Can you read it? Not a word. I'm not sure I speak whatever language this is written in. That's worse. That's worse. You could have labeled it. Drugs are peak comedy. You heard it here first, gamers. That's too bad. I guess we're stuck with this mysterious bottle of white powder. They did this for plot reasons, huh? That sucks. Just clicked off of them. Yeah. Well, let's go. Here. Alright, so
I wish we could, like... Because before we were able to... Ah, here it is. Yeah, so this is People Park. Are we still, like, not... Are they not going to tell us what's happening here? It looks like that woman's still causing trouble. Okay, because the last case he was... I forgot to mention this. The last case, Phoenix was the one on trial, and we had to defend him. So, like... And he was super unhelpful the entire time. He might be trying to get arrested on purpose, guys. I don't wanna like throw him under the bus or anything, but I think something might be going on with Phoenix. Anyway, looks like that woman's still causing trouble. Look, no one goes in. That means you. Oh, what's the difference? Let me go. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Ah, sorry. That's it. I'm suing. But I might change my mind for $5. What is she? Some kind of con artist? She's involved with the mafia next door. Anyway. Her music is so good. Anyway. Does this ring any bells? Ah, is that? It couldn't. Where'd you get that? Crack cocaine. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting strange things that have happened to Phoenix in this case. He did get hit by a car and only came out with a sprained ankle. Anyway. I brought it from the office. You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes? Yeah, sort of. That's so... No! Phoenix, please. You have to be there for your daughter. She may be annoying, but she's... Well, Detective Sky, how do you know my dad? Dad? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Tracy Wright? Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? Yeah, it's, in the back. Yeah, it's, like, there to fill in the place of the body because it was, like, hanging in a weird spot, but they had to move it. Yeah, it's a whole... We're still unsure. I'm pretty sure, like, canonically he adopted her, but, like, I don't know any more than that. So, you seem shocked. Like, as was said in the chat, we're shocked too, Emma. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can. Oh, she was depressed. I forgot to make her depressed. Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. Should I... Yeah, I'm gonna keep making her depressed. It's funny. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints? I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. White powder memories. That's a weird line. If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager... Well, now I've got to change my voice again. God. Damn it. She's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden. Now I gotta do a beaver voice? I'm not doing a beaver voice. I don't know what that would sound like. Am I allowed to, like, look at things now and you're not gonna stop me? Okay, this mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one at the station. A mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief? She can be depressed and eager. I don't know how to do that in a voice, though. Yeah, I just... What, you think someone killed him because he stole it?
Yeah! Taking care of business. Little plump Kentucky style. You can't... She's like, right? We can't... We're not trying to... I mean, I guess she's not our client, but like, come on. You could be a little bit more covert than that. Your fans demand the beaver voice. What does that mean? What does beaver voice mean? Please. Try not to sound too eager about that, please. When does Trucy Wright get accused of murder, to be honest? Like, honestly, because Maya got accused so many times. Stop chanting! Stop chanting in my chat. I will ban you. I won't actually ban you. I feel really bad. There's gotta be a good clue or two around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look! Another... We can't do this. We can't keep doing this game. We gotta... Listen. Listen, Ace Attorney? Ace Attorney, listen to me. We can't keep doing this. This isn't funny. It's not a fun joke. It's just not... I know that this was in the plot before. I know that we already, like, established that someone else had their underwear stolen. But please. Another pair of underwear. Wow, Apollo! You're a genius at finding panties. I am forcing myself to read every line because I have this little thought in my head of, what if someone, like, can only listen to it? I have to read the lines out loud. It's getting harder every time to say anything. Serial underpants thief is not where I thought these games would go. Yeah, it's true. There's an underwear thief who's still, I think at least it's just 2 at this point, but could be more. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? Oh, cool. We're just taking them. Cool. That's what I wanted to do. Definitely. Can we look at the bucket, please? And this is it's not... Okay, it's only clicking on the bucket, I guess. This crime I do not love. We endorse all crime except for one. It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper lantern there, it looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him, what with the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right! Congratulations, Apollo! And leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. No, honestly, I think murder is better than one of the other ones. I think there's 1 case that's worse and it's not the murder one. Which is a weird thing to say. What's this? Oh, that's a knife. It just looks like a pole. Shiv. Oh, I should be doing a beaver voice. Hold on. We're looking up reference pictures of a beaver. I'm gonna stare at a beaver while I do her voice. That will help me to be good at beaver. We're gonna channel the beaver. You ready? A shiv, to be precise. That's my best beaver voice. That's just what happened. You can't blame me for what the hell just came out of my mouth, okay? That wasn't me, that was the beaver speaking. We're not gonna do that anymore. But you got your beaver voice. Everyone applaud. No. No more. I listened to my audience once. You get one... you get 1 request per night, and it was beaver voice. Okay. A shift to be precise. Ooh, lingo. The defendant, Waki Kataki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? What did we establish that? We don't even have an autopsy report. How did I know that? Or was I just not paying attention? Anyway. Oh, yeah, you can recommend it if you come back. You have to come back and recommend it next time. That's what my my hook is to draw you in. I'll even go so far as to say that you can pick the line. It has to be Emma Sky, but you can pick whenever she shows up. You have to choose wisely which line you want me to do in the beaver voice. Okay, wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this. There's a handprint on this ship. Chat can have one beaver voice as a treat. Exactly. A handprint? Then there might be a beaver print. No! A beaver print? A handprint, then there might be a fingerprint. Can't believe I just said that. I don't know. I have no idea why that got me so much. Okay. A handprint, then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Oh. I did not do that. It did that for me. Right, first choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint? Look closely at the handle. Okay. See, there's more than one fingerprint there. Those black spots? That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze. That one's the darkest, so I'm gonna go with this one. Beaver vision. Yeah, beavers notoriously good at detecting fingerprints. Right, let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. She's an eager beaver. Anyway, first sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. Just touch the screen like this, see? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on and blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just put your lips together. Wow, amazing! It's like magic! Oh no, is this gonna be a DS thing? Where they had the, like, the thing where it, like, detected... There's absolutely gotta be a game where you play as a beaver. Like, Beaver Simulator. That has to exist. Anyway, I think that I'm a little bit worried that they're gonna be, like, not allow me to do the function of the powder because I can't, like, blow in the DS cartridge. Or, not cartridge, but, blow in the, like, little... Because that was a thing in some DS games. Anyway, wow, amazing, it's like magic. Isn't it, though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with powder. Fun. Hey guys, I'm gaming right now. You can hook a button to the mic. That would be great. Yeah, the mic. I don't know why I couldn't remember what a microphone was. Gaming in my Twitch stream? No. This is all pre-recorded. Oops. We've run into a problem. Give me like a hot second to actually figure this out. Start control sound recording. I should also like save. Hold on. Yeah, no, I'm hooking up a button for it. Right as we speak. Preferences, input, microphone. Tools? Microphone settings. I don't know where the preferences button is. Ah. Microphone disabled. Do we have a button for M yet? We're gonna have it as M. Alright, guys. Let's hope this works. Oh, I didn't even say anything. It just immediately worked. Like, I just held down the button and it was like, okay, you're good. Well, we have a fingerprint. M moment. Everyone put some M's in the chat. M's in the chat. Thank you. Good, clear, quite impressive. Alright, next to match the print. The police officer's samples so you can tell whose fingerprint the print belongs to. That doesn't sound as much fun as actually that doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Unfortunately, I get the feeling it's gonna be this guy. We want to compare. Yeah. Well, that sucks. So, the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes! Isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. The trial isn't even started and I'm already losing. Knife added to the court record. Let's go. I don't know what else to do. I'm not doing a beaver voice. Oh, we can talk to her now, actually. And she'll, like, actually talk to us. The report came in late last night. The beaver... You've infected my brain with beaver. This is a crime. The report came in late last night. The body was found as much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was a body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. That's how we know it's a pistol. I did things in the wrong order. Anyway. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age. Unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Palmaractus. Palmaractus. I don't know what the pun is. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Okay. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Maractus is a Pokemon. It's like spelled differently, but that's what I think of every time I look at it. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The pun is that Palmaractus spelled backwards is is Sit Caramphal, which is a kind of beaver. No! No! There are no beavers in this game. There is one use of the word beaver once. The noodle stand's owner is... Can I just lie? I'm gonna, like, tell the truth, but, like, why can I just lie there? Oh. Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. Oh, Google said it's true. Oh, right, of course. I believe you now. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks. Noodle stand added to the court record. Slay. What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. I already saw- it's Maractus, you dingus. Okay. Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Ooh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Yeah, I'm assuming that the person who stole the underwear is the victim also. And if they had a reason, if they knew about if that was the reason for the doing the killing part, then I agree with murder in this case, actually. I don't know if I can even say that on the internet. Well, anyway. I mean, I can, but, like, should I? Anyway. Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. I love the little face she does where she leans back and she's, like, all smug about the whole thing. Incredible. To be fair, you are the one over here saying crime is awesome, like, every 5 seconds, so we're all in the same boat here. Enjoying, well, I guess Nate has said, not your thing, but we're all... Is the stream buffering for other people? Reload the page? I guess you probably cannot hear me. Okay, we're back. Anyway. When I got back here, they just threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensic expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. Right. Are they talking? I'm confused. Is this about the case that happened 10 years ago, I guess? Or is there more? But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. Okay, it is about that. Game 1, Case 5. Spoiler. Both of you watched that, right? It's not a... It's a spoiler for that. But Actually, I entirely don't remember that case. I just remember her sister got blamed for the murder. Oh, and the body was in Edgeworth's car, and Damon Gant is a very large man in an orange suit. And he might have been the murderer in the case, and that's the big spoiler, but other than that, like, I don't remember anything else. Anyway, that is so cool. You played an Ace Attorney game? I've never done that. Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. Did I just turn my computer on? We're good. She's been out of the country for a little while. She probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current state of affairs. Being broke, refusing to pay me, and not having a job. Well, he's a piano player, but he's not good at piano, so I don't know what that means. Especially after the first case of this game, but... could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kataki family, yes? He's a little bit of a rude guy. Okay, I do have a little story to tell you. You weren't here for this. So Phoenix was a bit annoying in court when we were defending him. And he did something that I think he gave us forged evidence, and that was what helped us to win the case. And that was extremely rude of him. And so Apollo punched Phoenix. I claimed I would never do such a thing. And Doodle here has said that, I punched Phoenix Wright. He's blaming me for the punching of Phoenix Wright. I would never do such a thing. But he is a little bit annoying. Phoenix Wright does not endorse crime. He is just a silly little guy. I never punched Phoenix Wright. I stand by this until the day I die. I would never. When did I murder a child? Oh, that was not in the context of Phoenix Wright. That was in the context of D&D. That's different. I did not, D&D and Ace Attorney are not in the same universe. I did not set my D&D campaign in the Ace Attorney universe. I did base the character off of an Ace Attorney character. So there's that. And you have no proof. Oh my god, you do have proof. Shit. I gave you proof. No. And a large bottle of grape juice. His drink of choice. Not wine. You're going to send me to court for, what is it now? Punching Phoenix Wright, killing a child in D&D, and copyright. Copyright infringement. Oh, you're running a campaign. That's fun. Assault and murder and copyright infringement. What a fun little cocktail of cases. He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? We're going back to playing the game now that I'm streaming the game of. The Ace Attorney game. He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes? Waki Kitaki. I don't know if he's the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. But he is the boss's son. Violently? In the detention center? I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? If you want to hang out and talk about D&D, I'm absolutely down to do that. I can just, like, stop playing the video game. We can talk about D&D instead. Why was he arrested in the first place? You're a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance. Actually, yes, I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Is the witness gonna be the criminal? Is the witness gonna be the criminal as it usually is? Especially in the second case of the game? Or what's going on here? What if you do a beaver voice? Like helping you plan DMing while doing a beaver voice? I don't think that's gonna be extremely helpful to you, I gotta be honest. Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's the physician at a clinic in the area. Well, quite well off too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Yeah, we know. Maybe that's why the cop car is parked there? A werebeaver? I mean, it definitely exists in Pathfinder. I don't know if it exists in 5e, but there's a lot of were creatures that exist in Pathfinder as stat blocks for some reason. Anyway. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. Beaver character. Good. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way down here? That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea? I don't know what good it'll do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. You have to meet the defendant, you dingus. That's part of your job, even if it doesn't do any good. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this? You'll be fine. Loser, Apollo Justice, coward. Anyway, don't worry, it's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. Alright, let's go, gamers. Let's go to the crime facility, aka the detention center. I don't know how to get there. I just read what you said about... Yeah, no, completely... I guess you could call it destructive if it is taking boards from, like, a place, but, like, non-violent lycanthrope only wants to build dams. Alright, let's go, gamers. June 15th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. I'm sorry, meeting hours for the day are all done. Oh, we still have 3 minutes. I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? No, like the defendant's dad. Like the mafia man. I mean the suspect's father. Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Okay. Stealing the walls of people's houses like a crime boss Trucy. Yeah. Duh. Die, you! Holy.
You're the one on your way out, old... Hello? Are they okay? Ah, they're here. Oh! Oh, I love this guy. He looks so cool. Yeah. No, well, the issue is whenever I see Winfred, my brain goes, Manfred? And it's like, they're not even, like, that similar of names. So I just had to, like, do a double take. Anyway, this guy's, like, dark, completely dark eyes, and then the really cute fox sweater is... God, I want to be him. Anyway, this guy radiates power. Winfred von Karma, yeah. Power with the cute apron? Yuaki's lawyer. Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kataki, fourth head of the Kataki family. Capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. Hold on. Oh, we didn't keep the picture. I didn't realize his hair was the ugliest thing ever. He was like cute in that picture and I got distracted by it and I guess I didn't notice that his hair is so... It's like 3 colors, but like in a bad way. I'm so sorry that you are buffering. Sometimes twists just be like that, so good luck. You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. Little crime boy, huh? You must be wacky. A G is not a G till he does hard time. Bizoy? What the what does that mean? You'll see. When I get out of here, things will change. Silence! Nice. My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You hurt me. I don't need no trial. I did it. You can't just say that. You can't just say that. There's a camera pointed directly at you. There's a guard right behind you. And I am your lawyer. It's not a tendency. I've never murdered a child. I murdered one fake child in a D&D game. And that was for plot purposes. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't think Ace Attorney will allow me to murder my client, but if I could, I would. Maybe. No, I don't think I would, actually. I don't think it... I think this is more interesting. But, fair enough. Alright. So much for talking to our client. We talked a little bit, and he confessed to the crime, so I don't really know where we go from here. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun, at least. I'm so glad you had fun, Trucy, because I don't know if anyone else did. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial?
Sounds like a sitcom, like fade to advertisements line. Strawberry lemonade themed zebra. My god. I can tell you're gonna be a good DM from that description alone.
How am I supposed to build a case for the trial?
Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out.
To be continued. Alright. We will save. And then we will also save. Pause.
Here. That's like the best stopping point I'm going to get. I could keep going, honestly, if you want. But it is like midnight where I am. So I guess it's up to you two. I usually go 2 hours. This is like a little bit short, but can I do a vote?
No. How do I do a vote? Up to me? No. Absolutely not. I don't know how to do a vote. I guess because I can save at any point through this, I can just go for another 15 minutes and then save it like halfway through, like partway through the trial. My main issue is like, are you guys good with ending on a weird moment instead of this one? But that's. No! Beaver voice is not an option. It's also like weirdly quiet. I think I'll go a little longer, if that's good with you two.
You are just a little name on my screen and a little face, a little emoticon. You mean nothing to me. Your tears mean nothing.
Okay. I'm sorry, that was a little mean. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, it was nice to have you hang out. I didn't like expect you to stop by. So thank you. I'll go a little more. I'll do a little more. I was just trying to say that you can't bully me into doing a beaver voice. It's not gonna work. Anyway. A little bit. A little bit mean. Because it's fun. It's fun to be mean sometimes. We're gonna play a little more. Alright. Good night. June 16th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Huh, Mr. Wright's not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. The old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. He also, like, got, like, the sprained ankle was, like, yesterday. I don't know if that's what they're referring to, but... Yeah, he smiled...
Yeah, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Yeah, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice. Started my voice training at 5 this morning. Oh, you poor little fool. I thought you learned your lesson. Ooh, do some now. I want to hear, I want to see, hear. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine! If one of you says even a little bit about any kind of beaver voice being the voice training, I swear to God. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine, you know what I'm saying? Who is this? Oh. Good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? No, not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fear is realized. Trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. All right. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie-Talkie. I gotta admit, it's fun to do the goofy voice. Even as much as embarrassing as it is, I like it. And I'm gonna keep doing it. And I'm gonna comment on it every single time I do it. Look! It's me. The boy. I'm so excited to be back in court, to be honest. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, Herr Judge. Ah, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say nine to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, Herr Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? Oh. It was worth canceling a show or two. I really like Clavier already. I think something's wrong with my brain. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking, is the air in this courtroom not a little bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Thank you for putting your foot down once in your life. Achtung. Achtung? Holy shit, this music. Oh yeah. Achtung, Achtung, baby. Today we play it my way. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get up in order to get down to prosecuting. This is crazy. The victim, Pal Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim.
What do you mean, undeniable?
If you are to glare at anyone, Air Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see.
Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. Hello? How do you do that? Nine, not yet.
First, there's a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment?
I swear I could see a guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin?
The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of the Maractus Clinic?
Not so fast! The defendant doesn't have to explain that.
Oh? But what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? Crying out loud. I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. I don't know, guys. Should we just, like, have this guy just, like, be guilty? Should we just, like, let him... Should we just... I think we might be getting to that point.
What?
What is right? They always say that, on stage, you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. What does that have to do with anything, my child, my friend, my bestie?
Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly?
I don't even...
Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you, son, are the defendant. Walkie, are you? Walkie? I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kentucky, you best be prepared to step strong.
Apollo Lucy Justice, Attorney at Law. That's my name. Don't wear it out.
I can lose this case on purpose. We could just stop this playthrough. I could just lose the case on purpose, and then we could be done with the game. That would be a fun ending. Anyway. You step to a public official. You'd best be prepared to step into jail. You gotta hand it to him. Walkie sure has guts.
If it's not his guts I'm worried about.
Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up on my ops, something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying?
This is like he's like a high school boy. Like, he is the age of a high school boy, but he's such a high school boy in the way he's acting. He's like, oh, I gotta do this because I'm a cool macho man. Like, just shut up. I'm so... Anyway.
You're saying you were one of the victim's patients? Lots of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I'll tell you one thing, that doc was whack.
Is this some kind of, like, is this offensive?
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Oh, is he?
Right, he is getting married. I entirely forgot that plot point. Because he's such a... He's 19. Okay. He's getting married at 19? Ew. He just graduated, I guess. That makes sense to me. She's 21? I mean, I guess that's okay, but like... No beaver voice. Stop this. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Okay. Tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. I'm gonna... So I wanted to show him what's what. I don't care. I was in a clinic about half a year ago. Can we talk about this, please? So you were a patient in the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the Rivalis family. That's when I pulled a jack move. And ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting and ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time by yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there? Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart, and he's still alive, and you're to blame, and you give love a bad name? I can catch bullets between my teeth. Thanks, Trucy. But I never learned how to catch them with my heart. The bullet stopped just thord of my shumper. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper, you know what I'm saying? I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. It's probably a difficult, like, operation to remove a bullet that close to your heart. Also, was the whack operation what messed up and gave him the shitty hair? It's a joke that I could have made earlier, but I didn't, and it doesn't make as much sense now. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. Holmes? Sherlock Holmes? What do you mean he just let you go without a word? A Batman-style crime fighter with an outfit and magician stuff. I don't entirely know what you mean, but I do think she has some kind of power that we just aren't aware of, yes. What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. Sounds as though Herr Doctor wished to hide his mistake. That is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me. I do want to press this also. Mugger shoots her and she catches the bullet in her teeth. Okay. So this bullet is still... You know it. I can still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. That's not good. That's gonna terrify some criminals off the street. It's true. I do... She's like, oh yeah, I figured out how to do that as a magic trick. You're shooting guns at... Someone's gonna shoot a gun at you as a magic trick? Are you... What's happening? But yeah, 15-year-old... I think if a 15-year-old... If I tried... Nate... If Nate were here. If I tried to shoot a 15-year-old... and she caught the bullet with her teeth, I would no longer be trying to shoot her. I will say that. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to feel it. That's not ideal. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man. I don't want to say for shizzle. Weren't no accident. That's for shizzle. That's really upsetting. It seems there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Waki, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Chin up, Apollo. Back straight. Everyone posture check. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family health checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. All those G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy. A relief to hear. Eh? What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yes, Herr Dr. Maractis had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way! That's whacked! There's proof. Your checkup report. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. We finally have legal documents. Like doctors should have. Anyway, how ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping. Again, this is a courtroom, my dude. Let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness. I don't even get to press the rest of the statement. Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? We're just gonna let this happen. Hello? Who is that? I want to look at this before we go too far. Oh, that's not much. Metallic object. Metallic object, though, is interesting that it's not bullet specifically. But I don't think there's anything off with his description of the, like, going into the thing, like, 15 minutes beforehand, everyone else. Whatever, by himself. June 14th is the only thing I can think of, and I don't know what day it is now, because I wasn't paying attention. I guess we can... Time of death, June 14th. Oh! So it's only like June 15th. And the checkup was filed by Maractus today. Or no, I guess it was... It was found the day of the murder. That's all I'm confused. We never even... Oh, shit. We never went back to Plum to see if those were hers. Oops. Well, we'll figure it out later. So, you will tell us your name and occupation. My name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it to be proper society at large and support the livelihood, under which definition I must confess to being unemployed. However, we must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation, and once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion is not gestalt per se, but derives from the vagueness inherent in all representations of thought, by which he means to say that he is a student. I'm impressed I kept up with that, gotta be honest with you. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spent my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... Herr Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. I hope he did it too. He's a little bit annoying. And I gave him a British accent because apparently that's what I think of annoying people. But I don't actually mean that. I was, trying to, like, mimic the mouth shape that he has on his little... on his face. And that's the voice that came out, so we're going with it. That's kind of what I did with a beaver. Anyway. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You ask quite simplistically what I saw. However, we must understand that Homo sapiens possess two eyes and those are designed to receive and interpret data, sending images in forms of signals. Anyway. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. I saw them quite clearly. The defendant... Christ alive. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand in the front, square in the forehead. That's not even true. You're saying lies to me. Saying lies to me upon this day. It was to the right temple. Was there anyone else in the park at that time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Alright. I would love to see the prints on that. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring at like that at the witness? That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. Huh? Well, I don't feel like that, so okay. Yeah, okay, I want to see if we go into detail on what he's shopping for. On the way home from shopping, you say? Why go through the park? Ah, fascinating inquiry. Revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes 24 seconds to complete each set. Ergo, the time to complete to an average is 6 minutes. However, in the case of the questions of verbal category, admitting not my... That's enough. Enough. I get the idea. Sorry for making horrible noises against the microphone. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish cross-examination sometime this month. Oh. Oh. You're probably right. The underwear thief. That's why. And he is a little creep. He does look like a pervert. Sorry. Anyway, please. I've got a recording booked after this trial. And I've got a show to perform. Gee, sorry you're all so busy. Literally me. Anyway. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pulled out of the man pulling the stand. A shot, the bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. I'm just immediately gonna go for this because, like, that's just so, like, obviously. Anyway. Phew, if that's all of it, I think I... Phew, if that's all of it, I think I have a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see, Air Justice? Huh? Oh, a Objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. This trial's not over yet. Right. Look at this. The autopsy report? Is there a problem with the autopsy report? Right. A problem. Problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound. You dingus. Even I could do better than this, and I haven't gone to law school. The location? You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? I've already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I speak not of geometrical absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, the deflection of a meter is something that is a wavelength of light emitted by a krypton particle, as we all know. In addition, it is well-known fact that krypton particles are rare and invisible to the naked eye, which points to a basic fallacy in your line of reasoning, namely that Mr. Justice. Yes? Was your objection to these krypton particle things? This is the big time, and you are obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me. No! I'm obsessed with something big! I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. There's so many words to get to one very simple point. Temple? That's the wrong voice. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? It is, right? Finally. Oh. I've been doing his voice wrong, if that's what his objection sounds like. Okay. I'm not gonna stop, though. Herr Justice. Oh, Herr Justice. Yes? Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 10 years ago. 7 years ago? Phoenix Wright, was it? Rude? Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. Yuck. Yerk? Yerk? Hey, her forehead. Forehead? Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Herr Forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Fraulein? Me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Eek!" And you, Herr Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? Ah! The victim turned his head at the last moment. Oh, okay. Ah, yes. Thank you for jogging my memory. It sounds like the addendum to the testimony is required. Ugh. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. "Cease this at once, you two!" I cried, with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. There was no pistol found at the scene. I see. So you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed. With composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. Oops. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it? Stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck in the right temple, as in the report. Okay. That does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science. Wait, I don't know if I said that line right. Oh well. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, took action, seized this at once, cried with composure. Okay, I guess I'll press this. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? That's not what I was gonna ask, but okay. It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I didn't have the time. I'm afraid I hadn't the time. Doesn't something about that strike you as odd, Apollo? Or what? The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away. According to the testimony, that's what happened, yeah. In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find. Find the pistol, you dolt. You absolute dingus. I like that contradiction. Kind of sad to see it go. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? At least the testimony's getting a little clearer. She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Oh, I guess they were talking about the previous... but I was hoping I could get him... Like, what am I supposed to report? This? Weapon left at the crime scene. Oh, fingerprints were wiped. Okay. Wait a second. Tisk, tisk, another misleading request. Yet you so beholden to your own mode of discourse you can't see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say? A second? Are we intended to wait just that, a single second, 1/60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say, Mr. Justice. Or, Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor. Am I to understand you are objecting to the length of a second? Do we have to do this every time I make an objection? Yes, I mean, no. Here, just take a look at the pistol. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. A common ploy, made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran. That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints. Oh, that was a fun animation. The little girl sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there. I'm not little. Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fraulein? Eh? What if the killer, defendant, was wearing gloves? I mean... I don't think he was. Gotta be honest with you. Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo. Well, Mr. Justice, could the killer have been wearing gloves? You are so little, Trucy. You're literally 15. I was thinking about this the other night. This is not, like, related to anything, but the fact that, like, you change so much as a person in the United States, at least, when you turn 16 because of well, I guess it's, like, technically 15 and a half, but, like, 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds are so different just because you can start driving and then you can, like, go places and you immediately become a more independent person. It's fascinating. Anyway, I feel like the right answer has to be no way, right? Okay. Oh, right, okay. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of the prints remains. which contradicts your testimony. If everything happens as you say it did, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant. He threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. His voice, Mr. Stickler's voice, has changed like probably 6 times throughout this trial. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting this was the weapon he disposed of. That sounds solid to me. Well, Hair Forehead, any of your precious objections? What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work. You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. Aw. That's like really sad. What do you mean, nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said? Huh? Isn't what obvious? When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Waki drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Waki threw away. I mean, I just attributed it to him being dramatic and verbose. But okay. Stop. There's no beavers involved here. You're right. He's just confused because the pistol was found at the crime scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be so hard to be perfect and yet so wrong. Oh my god. Oh, whoa. Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. Well, it is indeed true that once in my youth I wrote a love letter in my own blood that was seized by the teacher, and the appellation poor might be prefixed to my name. I don't know what I just missed there. What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol, then it had to be something else. At least one person on the defense team... at least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking. I'll wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. Gay. Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else? What did the killer throw before fleeing to the scene? Well, it's kind of obvious. It's a knife. Oops. Is that a sword? I saw one of those on a late-night movie last night. Great, a sleep-deprived judge and a sleep-deprived defense attorney. The knife was found at the scene of the crime with the defendant's prints on it. His prints? This single piece of evidence proves two important things. 1, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. 2, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. And 3, that because the victim did not have any shiv wounds, that the defendant is not the one that killed him because he did not have a gun. Indeed. Or at least whatever the witness witnessed was not the actual murder. Oh, Hair Forehead? You're forgetting 2 other things you've just proven. Huh? 1, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Waki Kataki. I'm not worried about this because it's not the murder weapon. 2, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim. Intent to harm is not the same as actual harming, and you cannot prove intent. Bitch. Oh. Indeed. Never underestimate a Gavin is the lesson here. This court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. With less assuming, please. And you're just gonna, like, let this dude, like, just slide without charging him with perjury or something? Obstruction of justice.
It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming. Yes, that's what I said, assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are assuming that my assumption is no better. I don't care. What this accord assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. So we're still saying there was a shot fired. I'm confused. Okay. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Why didn't you chase the killer? He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, I could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. Quadratic equations aren't even that hard. Not to, like, burst your bubble, my dude, but, like, that's high school math. Not Ivy College, whatever. Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also now know that there was no one else there? It seems very clear that we have our killer. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice? I better find a way to take this testimony down quick. I mean, it's pretty clear at this point that I think this guy is gonna be the murderer. Like, especially from Trucy recognizing him, so he already has other crimes that he's been doing. And there's no one else there, so it's gonna be another one of those things. Where it's like, there's no one else there, so it was you, my dude. Okay. Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? That is interesting. It can be said that I've dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite, simply exquisite. He actually looks like he's gonna cry. It does. You are right about that. Especially with, like, the lips and the cheekbones, and it's just like, none of this is natural on your face. Oh. Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Is that all? No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing. It was late at night. It's not odd to think that there would be few people around in the park. So you just stood there watching, huh? Not much going on there. To go on there. Trucy, if you got something to say, by all means say it. This witness is way too self-assured. There's gotta be a weakness somewhere in this testimony. I don't quite know. I guess I'll press the other 2 statements. Which way did the killer run? Oh, that's a good question. By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. Oops. Oh, that's fine. Why would he run in the opposite direction? Why would he run in the opposite direction? Like, if you plan on killing someone and there's immediately a witness, I would kill the witness also. That's just my crime brain going. I'm not planning on killing anyone. He ran in the opposite direction from the Kitaki mansion. Achtung! Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was look back once he was out of sight. Ugh. How did he know that's where I was going? Okay, couldn't really see my conscience. You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Not be so moved by chemical discovery that one drops one what? Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor. It's a bit of an interesting comparison. Ooh, cool answer. Very cool. So nothing strange about how he acted. Trucy looks like she has something to say. Say it, you dingus. Ah, I can't find a single problem with that testimony. It's true, though. I can't. Had enough at last, Hair Forehead? Maybe it's time to back off a bit. Ah. I don't know. Um... Park. What do you mean Clavier deserves better? Clavier is a little weirdo. I don't know why... I guess we're just gonna examine this real quick. It's Eldon's Noodles mascot, Mr. Salty. He's so cute. It's not a very endearing mascot, is it? You know, come to think of it, looks a lot like you, Apollo. Especially the red parts. Can I help it if I like red? Okay. Cool. Look at this cute little watch strap. I want one. It's kind of odd, though. What is? I mean, if you wanted to know the time, you could just look at the phone itself. Hey, you're right. Sharp, Apollo. Thanks. Finally, some respect. So what does that tell you? Well, the owner of this phone doesn't think through the details, that's for one. They did drop their phone, after all. Kinda figured they were a little spacey already. Oh, good point. Okay. I don't think I have anything to say. Which feels a little wrong, but... there's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves, which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket while he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. No! No! Did I just lose? Shit. It seems we've come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be all. How unfortunate. It seems you weren't cut out to stand... What? Hold on. You saw nothing. The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? Oh, let him play, attorney, until he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well. You may continue with the cross-examination. It's the same cross-examination? Shit. I'm a dumbass. Cheating? Yeah. It is. It's breaking rules, but it's not breaking the law, so it's not a crime. It's just not good. It's not even breaking any rules. It's just, you know, running it back. I'm gonna use my cell phone to call the police. Actually, that does make me wonder. This is probably his, because he is a very spacey little dude. But I can't really link that to him just yet. 2 rounds were fired. That's also important. Okay. We can, okay. So, it was in here. Maybe he could have stopped. No, he said it, I don't remember when he said this. But he said, the killer ran in the opposite direction. Which way did the killer run? Right. By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. He ran in the opposite direction. And he ran away from the house, but he was going to loop back and go back. No, there is more. There's more. Although he is saying they don't have enough to put Waki away yet. So I might be wasting my time. But I am gonna be a little mad if they're like, oh, actually you are supposed to, like, give up, loser. Because they made it definitely seem like I had just lost. Or I use my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene, 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. I couldn't leave the scene in good conscience. And they were saying he acted weirdly calm for the situation, but he was like, no, I can't. Badgers are kind of like beavers. Oh, try the badge. Badges are kind of like beavers. And badges are like... Badgers and badges and beavers. Oh my. I'm gonna... Give me a second. Are you kidding me? I'm so angry. See if you've got something to say, by all means say it. Maybe there isn't anything left to unravel in this testimony after all. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to this month, Hair Forehead. They don't have enough to put Waki away yet. Should I just back off for now? Yes, unfortunately, it's not that clear. But you do have to say yes. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all.
It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony.
There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket and he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. No! No! He did see the body, but like he witnessed the whole action.
It seems we've come to the end of the line here.
No, that can't be all. How unfortunate. It seems you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me.
Were you, Hair Forehead?
It's not even my fault. My client refused to fucking talk to me.
I believe that brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Waki Kataki.
Oh shit, they're gonna declare a verdict. This has never, ever been interrupted before. They never interrupt the verdict while it's happening and declare some new, unforeseen thing to have happening to right now in the courtroom. Eek!
Holy shit. Oh my god! Hello? Trucy! Nobody move! What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet.
Wait, are you one of the Katakis? The Katakis? You mean the notorious gangsters?
If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes.
What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of...
Herr Judge, I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess 20 minutes, or I promise you'll regret it.
It's Phoenix? Oh my god. Phoenix, you've changed.
I mean, he did have, like, the hat and cape. He could have taken that from the Write Anything agency. Well, wait. How'd he disappear so fast? Father of the Year. Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo.
I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess.
The police should be, like, here. Like, now. There's someone being threatened in the courtroom. Where the fucking police at?
Oh my god. Bailiff, catch that mysterious gentleman, thank you.
A gentleman? Just said man. Anyway, to be continued. That's where we're leaving it for tonight. I'm sleepy. Anyway. I don't entirely understand what you mean by skill issue, but that's it. Sleep time, yay. It is 1 a.m. I should have definitely, like, stopped an hour ago, but here we are. And honestly, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun being here. Thank you for joining me.
Good night, my dude.